The soil in this garden, in this area right here, is really hard. Everywhere I planted a tomato plant, I did dig a big hole and put some nice composted dirt from the other garden. However, the garden outside that one little planting space is so hard. I'm going to fix it over the winter time, and it's a good thing I did that this year, even though I didn't get just a few tomatoes, and there's still a few green tomatoes here. And they didn't grow very big. I know it's the soil. I know it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a whole ton of chicken. You can see it on the ground here, just a light coating. I'm going to take buckets and buckets of that out of the barn in the morning, you know, when we do the cleanup, and I'm going to layer this really heavy in here over the winter time. Trust me, it's going to be really nice soil. Well, it'll be much improved. Let me just say, by next season, it will be much, much improved. And I mean, I just guaranteed this is the way we make dirt. I said, I have great talent. I can make dirt. Well, I can if I have a lot of chicken poop. So that's what we're going to do for this, because I think I'm also going to, this middle section, I'm going to put a box under it. I'm going to put a planting, excuse my Band-Aid. I swear I need stock in Band-Aid companies as much as I use it here. I've had cuts all over my hands. I got stung again this morning by something. I don't even know what it was. I don't know. This is just a sucky garden here, let me tell you. It's horrible. But anyway, this is going to be a different place next year. And I did put you see the white line. That's just basically a cotton clothesline all around. So it can delineate where the top of the fence is in case the deer are kind of blind. And the solar lights are all put on now. I'll put a picture of the solar lights before I did before I did this section over here, all to the right of the gate. I did the other side, and I have a better picture. I tried to post a picture last time, and it just was too dark. I waited till they came on, and then I went ahead and took a picture before it got pitch black dark. So anyway, my rose is doing great, except for I caught the culprit that was eating my stuff. And this is one thing was about to bloom, and look what happened. That was a grasshopper, a little grasshopper. Let me tell you, I put insecticidal soap, I put DE mixed with azomite all over this place. I don't know, but I want a rose before the winter happens, okay? This is the new bed we just put in. We had some of these really great big bolts left over from another project, and all we did was put down the 4x4, we leveled it out, put down the 4x4, has a lot of nice dirt in it, and I started putting the shavings in there from the barn. All these roots are what we dug out of there. It was a mess. All these roots were terrible. But I have this new planting bed. It's got hardware cloth underneath it, hardware wire. That's another new planting bed over there. That one needs some dirt in it because that didn't even have any dirt to start with. So I need to put some dirt from the other garden. If I can haul any more dirt right now. My right hand is toast, basically. It is toast, honey. All of these little rows of Sharon, they look all spindly, but I mean they have buds on them. They have the flowers on them. Isn't that? I just think these are so beautiful. It's a pale pink right here, so pretty. They all bloom. I mean, there's some blooms up there, but they're not big and bushy. They're, you know, I don't know what to do with those, but anyway, they're here. So that's what we got going on here. I don't know what happened. My battery went dead. I'm not sure where I left off, but I was showing you this bed that we just made. And I showed you the Rose of Sharon bushes up there. The other rose that I had that my son's neighbor gave me, it's doing really well. I mean, it doesn't have any blooms on it, buds on it or nothing, but it's really looking healthy over here. It's looking good. No critters have been eating on this one. But in here, I had all these flowers, and this used to be the bottom of one very tall raised bed that had a, you know, like a hugelkultur kind of bed that you have a lot of sticks and carbon in the bottom of to decay over time. Well, we took it down. I didn't really like it. And this was the bottom, basically the bottom of it. And there was a lot of good soil in here after you took out all the roots. But in the middle of this, I had purchased a lot of bare root peonies. And I put one in the middle of this. and it never grew. It kept it just looked like nothing, like it was just going to die. Well, when I decided to do this, I took that peony out, and I put it over here when what it used to be a rhubarb bed. Can you see the growth on this? Can you see the new growth on this thing? Can you see this? It started growing as soon as I put it in better soil. Soil matters, people. Soil matters. But yeah, so this is what's going to happen here. This is going to have, I'm going to condition the soil over the winter. This was a really bad garden year for a lot of reasons and for a lot of people. And we haven't had rain in 3 weeks. I've been having to water these gardens constantly. This is unusual. We have not had any rain in about 3 weeks here. So, I mean, it's a sucky garden year all around. But at least this showed me that I need to do a lot of conditioning of this soil, not just put good soil in the planting hole, but condition the entire thing. So I'm going to do that. And, you know, I don't know what I'm going to haul some. I'm going to have to go haul some soil from the other garden for this. Oh, that's not going to be any fun because it about killed me. But this is the Montezuma rose that I had, and it bloomed this beautiful, beautiful thing, and it's getting no new buds on it. But anyway, and these Mountain Pride tomatoes, they're not doing so well in here. I don't know. I'm going to interplant with basil next time instead of marigolds. And there's a bare root peony down here in front of where that white marker is, but I don't know where it is. I may have to dig that up and see what's going on with it. My husband decided he's going to keep growing tomato plants. I said, you know, that we're getting an early fall. They're saying that it's going to be an early fall, that September's going to feel like October, and it's going to be much colder than usual all winter long. So I don't think they're going to have time. This is another Mountain Pride tomato. I had to stake up with a piece of rebar. Anyway, see, that is a peony over there that my husband got me from the co-op. They had peonies, and he got me 2. If they have them next spring, I'm going to get me some more. But all of these peppers turned out to be the hot peppers, and man, they are hot. Wow, are they hot. I did see that I'm on the cubanelles I planted from seed last year. I mean, let me see if I can get in here so you can see it. There's a cubanelle right there. They are growing. The cubanelles are kind of elongated bells. So the Mountain Pride tomatoes here are doing okay. I had to transplant these strawberries. I had to take them out, add a lot of soil. I actually emptied one of my container beds into this one, and I had to put this here because then I can cover it up during the winter if I have to. So anyway, that's what's going on here at this garden. But I want to show you the other job that we completed besides raising this fence up. This fence was only here, and now it's up to here. So let's hope that the deer are going to stay out of here because they've never jumped in here, ever. They have never jumped in here. Let's hope that they don't get a clue and decide to do that. I've raised the fence, I've put markers on top, and I've put the lights all around both sides. I don't think they can jump over in the back because you've got the Rose of Sharon there right next to the fence, and then you got the pear tree in the corner. I haven't finished the lights. The lights over there on that side only go down to, I don't know, maybe halfway down that side, because the string of lights I had to also go from here all the way around. So if I want to continue that, I'm going to have to trim back that pear tree really harshly and then get me another set of lights. But that's what's going on here. Let me show you what we did out there in the far garden. Or it used to be a far garden. Okay, folks, I am in what was the far garden and then the flower garden. You can see the flowers are still up over there. I'm collecting seed from them now for next year. Oh, there go the nuts. I'm going to excuse the craziness. Axel starts it every time. Anyway, I want to show you what we did. The way this garden started, when we moved here, this entire thing was woods. This was all woods. I mean, all of it. It was actually woods almost up to the house. And we started out, that whole flower garden, or that big square, the flower garden was actually a compost pile. It had a fence around it, and we just dumped shavings in it from the barn. And at one point, after a few years, I said, why don't we till all these, I mean, there's such rich dirt under it, why don't we till it out and make a garden out of it? So that's kind of what we did. We tilled and pushed all the shavings all over, tilled it under, and made a garden. It made the richest soil ever. And so we were starting out with a new compost pile. This piece of fencing was actually way down there at the bottom of the property, the bottom corner, all kind of rolled up. And I said, you know, I think that's big enough by itself to make something. And we had a lot of this rebar. So I said, let's just put this thing where it's actually a straight shot from the chicken pen fence straight across to here. So we can come out in the morning and dump all the buckets of poopy shavings in here. And I christened it with a little bit, had some cardboard out here, but I christened it with a bucket of shavings. But anyway, so this is what we're going to do here. I'm leaving those flowers in there so I can collect seed for next year. Those are, I think those are Persian carpet zinnias, I think. Anyway, I got kind of a dump out there beyond the fence. It's still our property, but there's a dump out there. And, I've got a bunch of stuff it was too damaged or too messed up to do anything with. So there's fencing that I'm going to take out there and throw it over the fence there. It gets covered with leaves and everything, and it's not really an eyesore unless you get down close to it. So the peach tree. Well, we haven't had rain for 3 weeks, and I haven't been watering this peach tree because I don't have a hose that will reach down here. So it has been starved of water, unfortunately. And I think that is going to kill our chances for having enough peaches to can this year. The peaches are still quite small, most of them. I've eaten a couple that were juicy, but my husband said, you know, they're not that sweet. He said, they're really not sweet like I expected. I said, honey, it's because we haven't had any water. For 3 weeks at least, we haven't had any water. And before that, we didn't have much. And we have a lot of wind, but not a lot of actual rain. So, I mean, there's some beautiful peaches up here. They're getting a little size on them. But, I mean, only thing I can do is just go with the flow. And I hope that next year, our garden year is a lot better. Because I don't think I'm going to have enough peaches to can. If there had been water the last 3 weeks, I would have. I almost guarantee I would have. Oh, you see this former giant hole? That's what was in it. My husband needs to come with a chainsaw and cut these other things that are sticking out there. Petrified wood. I can't even chop through those things. I dug that one up and 2 others up. Giant oak stumps that have been here for 20-something years. Look at that sucker. I pulled that thing out of the ground myself. When I tested it every once in a while, I figured and tried to see if it was going to rock. And if they rock, I tried. Man, I finally got the big one out. I got 2 other ones taken out. Another one bites the dust. That's my stump killing song. Another one bites the dust. Remember Snowball the cockatoo? Oh my gosh, he was hysterical dancing to that song. Dancing to Queen. It was so funny. Well, anyway, we had a storm last night. Night before. Just storms. Limbs are everywhere. Again. Let's go inside there, Thena. Come on, let's go inside. Come on, go back in the pen. Come on, let's go. Let's go in. Turn around, Thena, come on. Come on, I know you don't want to walk. Come on, big girl. She has stiff joints. I know, but you walked out here, you gotta have to walk back. Come on, Athena. Come on, big girl. Let's go. Yeah, girl. Look at the limbs everywhere. I mean, we had a lot of big ones, and I've already gathered a lot of those, but we had a horrible storm. I thought, oh no, here we go again with the tree limbs falling. What are you talking about, Maddie? You're here yelling at me. What? What, Maddie? Yourself, girl. Yep, that's what I've been doing. And I've started a quilt project. I haven't done one of those in a while, and I tell you, I needed that. Oh my goodness, I need that. I had 2 different videos ready to put up on this channel. Two. And the first one I thought, nah, I don't like that, I'm gonna delete it. Deleted it. Already edited it and everything. I got another one. I said, I don't know if I want to put this out. And I actually let my friend preview it. She goes, well, I don't know, it depends on what you want to do or something like that. I mean, I said, well, I don't know. I thought about it so much, and finally I thought, well, if it's that much of a decision, it must be a bad idea to put it out, so I didn't. So we're just going to talk about chickens and gardens and all the happy stuff. Which sometimes it's not so happy, but anyway. There's what's left of my Brahmas. Bash, Brandy, and Cora. My old man is slowing down so much. I'm going to miss that boy. He's at 8 years and a couple of months old here now. It's pretty old for a bird of this size. Big old Brahma. Sebastian, what's up, girl? Boys? Sebastian, what's up? Hi, buddy. Handsome thing. My beautiful peaches are almost gone off my tree. What the drought for 3 weeks didn't take, the storms did. I mean, they were brutal storms too. There's not many left up here, honestly. There are a few, but not a lot. They're there, but there's only a handful. Just something about chickens in the greenery. Background of green. Boy, my Delawares used to look striking in a field of grass. My goodness, there's my big old Bash. I literally can put him on my lap, talk to him, mess with his ears, do all kinds of stuff, and he just sits there. He is the sweetest angel of a rooster. Bash, you're 1 in a million, buddy. You sure are. Now, don't be choking yourself on that stuff, okay? Don't be choking yourself. All right. I think we're going to have some more storms, so I guess I'm going to get these in.